Um, what's good? I'm back, and you know, I know that making this video isn't gonna change anyone's mind that already thinks like Candace Owens. Shout out to Candace Owens, by the way. Huge fan. Would love to get your autograph one day. but, um, yeah, I don't think this video is going to change anyone's mind. I just felt it was necessary for me to speak on it because I feel like these type of things are important to speak about, and a lot of people do think this way. And for the off chance that maybe I do change someone's mind, I'll give it a shot. Why not? So, in reference to the Daunte Wright stuff that's going on, everyone knows about this already. So, whatever with that, Candace Owens, made this tweet, and it says about 250,000 people are killed annually due to medical mistakes made by doctors. We don't riot, loot, or protest doctors. Daunte Wright was resisting arrest, and the responding officer made a tragic mistake. Why doesn't society extend police officers any understanding? Short tweet, very concise, straight to the point. And let's just assume that she doesn't mean to say that doctors making medical mistakes are akin, or not even akin, is pretty much the same as police officers making mistakes when killing someone. It's clearly two different things. Let's say you accidentally diagnose someone with something and then do a procedure and it goes left and they die. That's different than pulling a gun and shooting someone and being like, oh damn, oops. um, but medical mistakes are a big issue. Actually, this is kind of off topic, but I'm a battle rap fan, and a battle rapper named Real Deal, his dad was a victim of that, and he kind of started the movement behind it. So I am aware of that issue. It happens so much. Like she says, 250,000. That's a lot of people. Um, and she goes on to say we don't protest those things because when it comes to that, I'm not gonna say like it's easily forgiven, but it's usually the doctors doing their best job to help someone. Whereas when police officers use excessive force, um, it oftentimes seems like a power trip or something like that. In this instance, it's a little different because um, this officer claimed that it was a mistake. The video, if you watched it, I watched it. It looked like she made a mistake with her verbiage. You could tell that she was like taser, taser. Me personally, I don't know if I completely buy that. I read somewhere that she was an officer for like over 20 years. She had like a high rank, and I am a regular street dude, not street dude, but I'm a regular like dude from the hood in Queens, and I can tell you personally that if I picked up a gun, because I've had guns before, like I've touched guns before, I can tell there's a weight difference between that and a taser. Just by looking at it, you can tell. Um, but even holding a gun, like the guns that officers usually carry have those like finger ridges in the handle. I don't know if tasers are built that way. I know the triggers they feel differently pulling. Excuse me, my voice. It feels different to pull a trigger of a gun than a taser. I would assume. I never had a taser, but just looking at the specs of it, because I looked up the specs of each a taser and the police standard gun that they have. And I don't know how anyone can make that mistake, especially a professional. If I I can close my eyes and pick up a gun and like feel it and know that it's a fucking gun. So whether or not it's a mistake, I don't know. People lie all the time. You know what I mean? Like it's not, you know, impossible for this officer to have lied about, you know, what happened. She's obviously on camera and she knows she's on camera. So it's easy for someone to just like be conscious, especially if you're 20 years plus in policing. You know, like what words you can get away with using to make, hypothetically speaking, if I was a police officer for 25 years, I would know what to say to make it better for me, to make it seem like I'm not doing something that I am doing. And I'm not saying that's what the case was. Maybe she was just panicking. I don't know. But why doesn't society extend police officers any understanding? I actually think you're mistaken on that, because I feel like a lot of people do lend police officers a lot of understanding when it comes to certain situations. It's just that, whether or not we understand or whatever, if we believe her story, if we think it's a lie, whatever it is, the main thing here is it's visible. We've seen it, and yes, Daunte was resisting. He tried to flee. I don't know why people don't extend those understandings to people being apprehended. Is that the word I'm looking for? being bothered. Let's say bothered. Being bothered by the police. Why don't people extend those understandings to those people? Like, why is it so hard to understand why a 21-year-old kid would be afraid and try to flee from a situation? Um, you know, I don't know. But whether or not we extend that understanding, it's not really up for our understanding. Like, our understanding doesn't really matter. What matters is what happens now. And as far as I know, the mistakes of a civilian usually get punished. Like, for instance, if I'm in the house with a bunch of my friends, and let's say, I don't know, one of my friends has a legal firearm, and we're just fucking around, drunk, playing with a gun. I accidentally shoot someone in the head and kill them. Can I just say oops? Can I say oops and be like, I was drunk? No, like, I'm not gonna easily just get away with that. I might actually get arrested then. Maybe I'll be let free because of circumstances, but at least, like, they'll take me in, at the very least. Or let's say, like, I fall asleep behind the wheel and strike a pedestrian and kill a kid or something like that. I can't just be like, I was tired. Oops. I don't know if those are the best examples, but I think you guys know what I mean to say. And what I mean to say is, because it was a mistake, if it was a mistake, because, it's going to be hard to prove that it wasn't because of the video, but if it was a mistake, does that mean that this officer or former officer, because I heard she resigned, does that mean that she can just scot-free get off? I don't think that's fair, and I think that's where a lot of the upset comes from. And obviously, like, this is something that we deal with a lot. Candace Owens has spoken about a lot of these instances before. I rarely agree with her stances, but she knows that this is a problem. She knows that people get angry every time they see these things because they see themselves in it. I have a lot of people in my life who are younger, who are even my age, who would probably react similarly. There's a lot of people who look like him that I've seen, that I know, like, and I would hope that, if I were to get pulled over, that wouldn't escalate and into something that would lead me to be dead. I don't know if I'm just overly dark and morbid, but I think about death a lot differently. Ironically, I'm wearing this hat right now. I think about death a lot differently than I think most people do. I think about it a lot, actually, and it's the uncertainty of, like, knowing if there's, like, something else after. I'm kind of going on a tangent right here, but long story short, life is very precious to me because this is the only thing that I know that's guaranteed. I don't know what happens after our our heart stops and we, everything shuts off inside of us. I don't know what happens when we die. I don't know if there's an afterlife. I don't really believe in all those things, but what I do know is that this is what we do have, and when it's wasted with a mistake, I don't think it should be a slap on the wrist. I've seen people go to jail for, you know, uh, I don't want to speak about specific things, but I'm sure people have gone to jail for mistakes before. Is what I'm trying to say, and I don't think because this person was a police officer, they should be above the law. They should be above um, consequence. Um, so yeah, I'm hoping that she didn't mean to. I really hope she wasn't really trying to say that medical mistakes by doctors are the same as police officers accidentally killing people, because this is a rare instance, and a lot of the other instances that happen weren't mistakes. They were trying to kill them. Um, it's not like every police killing that goes viral is a mistake, because it usually isn't. You can maybe say the George Floyd thing was, I don't know how, because 8 minutes, come on, but you know, these viral police killings aren't usually mistakes. That's another thing that she didn't really go into in this tweet here. But I don't know. I'm not a political figure by any means. My channel is mostly about music and fashion, and this isn't usually the type of topics that I touch on. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this in the comments. Do you get where I'm coming from? Are you more on Candace Owens' side? Um, Let me know what you think. And that's my handle on pretty much every social media. I should have probably just had her tweet there the whole time so you can see, like, but it's on. I don't think anyone's gonna, like, re-upload this video, so you're on the right channel. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about it. All right.